We all get frustrated when we don't improve as fast as our peers. But don't worry, I've been in your same position too. And along that journey of countless grinding and trying to improve, eventually over time, I cracked the code on certain things that may stop you from reaching your full potential. So let's go! Number 1. Lack of practice. Just like playing a musical instrument, learning a sport, or acquiring any other skill, becoming proficient in art requires regular practice. Artistic skills involve hand-eye coordination, understanding of visual elements, and the ability to express ideas and emotions through these visual mediums. If you don't practice art regularly, it can be difficult to see significant improvement. Art skills can diminish if they're not used and honed regularly, so consistency is key. But don't get it mistaken by forcing yourself to draw each day and basically making it into a chore. Because forcing yourself to draw, you slowly lose the enjoyment as well, and can lead to burnouts and lack of practice. One thing I did wrong before is mainly doing it for likes and clicks, and like what I said, what comes with that is losing the enjoyment in drawing. You have to remember why you started. What motivated you in the first place? Enjoying the process is the secret ingredient to drastically improving your skill. Because if you're just forcing yourself to draw, how do you expect your drawings to be good? To make this a lot easier and still being able to push your limits in improving, it's essential to set achievable and specific art goals for yourself. These goals could be related to the number of hours you dedicate to practice each week, completing a certain number of artworks, or mastering a specific skill or technique. Setting these goals can help you establish a practice routine and track your progress over time. Now that we've covered number 1, let's move on to number 2. Goodness. I know for a fact a lot of you watching are suffering from this. High expectations often stem from a desire for perfection in your artwork. You might expect every piece you create to be flawless or meet a certain standard. But this can be a double-edged sword because while aiming for excellence is admirable, perfectionism can be paralyzing. It can prevent you from taking creative risks or experimenting with new techniques out of fear of not meeting your own high standards. But don't worry, it's common for artists to compare their work with that of an established professional or artist with years of experience, because I've done it a lot too. As it may seem harmless at first, but slowly doing it more often can lead to discouragement and dysmorphia in art, as it fails to account for the years of practice and learning they've undergone. High expectations can lead to a skewed perception of your progress. You might not realize how far you've come because you're too focused on what you haven't achieved yet. Recognizing and celebrating small improvements and milestones can help counter this tendency. The pressure of high expectations can lead to creative stagnation, and this can limit your growth as an artist. Number 3. Learning resources. Without access to a variety of learning materials such as tutorials, classes, and art books, it can be challenging to acquire new skills, techniques, and knowledge in the field of art. But don't let this be a stagnation in your art growth, because I mean literally. The internet is a treasure trove for art resources. You can find tutorials like my video, courses, and forums dedicated to art on websites like my channel. Platforms like Pinterest are excellent for finding references and discovering new artists to inspire you. You should go follow this. And again, as I mentioned earlier, it's best to develop a structured learning plan with specific goals and milestones, as this will help you identify the resources you need and how to access them effectively. Maintain a sketchbook or visual journal where you can take anywhere, even when you take a shit. Practice and jot down literally any ideas you have. It's a valuable tool for self-guided learning and artistic development. We're on to the 4th one. And another thing that you guys are definitely suffering from, and it's the fear of failure. You have to understand that making mistakes is a natural part of the artistic progress. And instead of viewing mistakes as failures, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Some of the most significant artistic breakthroughs came from experimentation and mistakes. And instead of focusing on the final product, concentrate on the act of creating itself. Enjoy the journey of making art and don't put excessive pressure on yourself for the outcome. Recognize that not every piece you create needs to be a masterpiece. Give yourself permission to create bad art. This can alleviate the fear of failure and free you to explore without constraints. Seek constructive feedback from peers, mentors, and art communities like my Discord. Constructive criticism can provide valuable insights and help you improve your skills. Remember that feedback is about growth, not judgment. Some artists find mindfulness practices and art therapy techniques helpful in managing their fear of failure. These approaches can promote relaxation and creativity while reducing anxiety about the outcome. Break down your artistic projects into smaller, manageable goals. Achieving these smaller milestones can boost your confidence and reduce the fear associated with larger, more intimidating tasks. Understand that not every piece will be a success, and that's perfectly okay. Artistic resilience involves bouncing back from setbacks and continuing to create despite challenges. You've reached the end of this video. Congratulations. No, but for real though, thank you for watching. You're awesome. If you want to help support the channel, I have a Patreon up right now, so go check it out. What are you still doing here? Go. Go!